All right, today we're going to break down an entire business blueprint for AI from a company called E.P.P.G. AI. They've put together a system that's all about taking businesses from total chaos to crystal clarity when it comes to artificial intelligence. So let's dive in and see how it works. Let's be real. AI is absolutely everywhere. We all hear about how powerful it is, but for a lot of businesses, it just feels chaotic, right? It's like this storm of new tools, new strategies, and a ton of hype, but there's no clear roadmap. If that sounds familiar, trust me, you are not alone. The real question is, how do you actually take all that chaos and make it work for you? And that really gets to the heart of the problem for so many companies. You know you need AI to compete. You know it's the future, but where do we even start? That hesitation, that uncertainty, well, it leads to confusion, wasted money, and the very real risk of falling behind. The goal here isn't just to use AI for the sake of it. It's to transform that chaos into a real, strategic, competitive edge. So, let's look at how this usually goes wrong. On the left, you've got what most companies do. We'll call it the old way. It's just a mess of random AI projects, a bunch of disconnected tools, and no way to tell if you're actually getting your money's worth. But on the right, you have the E.P.P.G way. It's the complete opposite. It's a structured roadmap, it's about strategic clarity, an ecosystem where everything works together, and, most importantly, it delivers real, measurable business value. Okay, so how do you get from that chaotic old way to the new structured approach? Well, it all starts with a core philosophy. You need a simple, powerful framework that brings order to all that AI noise and gives every single decision a clear purpose. And that framework is called E.P.P.G. It's this brilliant acronym that breaks down the 4 ways AI actually delivers value. Let's run through it. E is for efficiency. Think automating tedious stuff and cutting waste. The first P is for productivity, freeing up your team to do the creative, high-impact work they were hired for. The second P stands for predictive intelligence, using data to make smarter, faster decisions. And finally, G is for growth, using all of this to ramp up your revenue and expand your market. Simple, right? Every single AI initiative gets measured against these 4 pillars. And look, this isn't just some theory on a slide. The impact is real, and it's fast. This quote says it all. Clients are seeing huge improvements. We're talking 40 to 100% boosts, sometimes in a matter of days. That's the key here. This framework is built from the ground up to deliver immediate, tangible results. Now, what's really cool is how they put that E.P.P.G philosophy into practice. They use this super practical 3-step process called AAR. First, you augment your team's skills with AI tools. That's your productivity boost. Next, you automate all those repetitive tasks to drive efficiency. And finally, you strategically replace old, clunky systems to unlock that predictive intelligence and growth. It's such a clear, logical sequence that connects every action to a result. So we have the what, that's the EPG framework, and we have the how, which is the AR process. But how does this all come together in the real world? Well, that's where their 5-part blueprint comes in. This is what turns the strategy into a complete, functioning ecosystem for a business. The whole strategy is organized across these 5 key areas, or verticals. The best way to think about them is as interconnected pieces of a puzzle. You've got strategy, implementation, growth, training your people, and then scaling it all through partnerships. Every single piece supports the others, creating a really strong foundation. And you can see how this creates a logical journey. It all kicks off with consultancy to turn that big vision into a concrete plan. Then, that plan gets brought to life through solutions implementation, building the actual AI systems that are going to work for you around the clock. From there, business growth uses that AI to supercharge your sales and marketing. At the same time, literacy and training make sure your team is totally fluent with these new tools. And finally, engagements and partnerships take that whole successful model and help you scale it, even globally. And the level of detail here is pretty amazing. Across those 5 verticals, there are 26 distinct services available. So this isn't some generic one-size-fits-all package. It's a massive, comprehensive toolbox that can be tailored to fit the specific needs of any business, whether you're a small startup or a huge enterprise. Okay, but offering a bunch of services is one thing. Creating a system that can scale across the entire globe, that's something else entirely. And this is where the model gets really, really powerful. This is the moment we zoom out from a services company to an actual ecosystem builder. We're talking about exponential growth. The engine that drives all this scaling is called E.P.G Connect. And here's the key thing to understand.
EPG Connect isn't just another service they sell, it is a go-to-market strategy. It's a distribution network designed to amplify the reach of all 26 of those services through a worldwide network of partners.
And here's how they make that partnership model so attractive. There are a bunch of ways to get involved. You could become a certified consultant and earn a 20% commission, or a reseller partner and get 30%. You can even go all the way to a white label model where partners can deliver all these services under their own brand. It's designed to be incredibly flexible and, frankly, very lucrative. So, what's the scale of this vision? How big are they thinking? The goal is to bring on over 1,000 active partners around the world within 10 years. Just let that sink in for a second. 1,000 different businesses, all using this exact blueprint to deliver these services. This isn't about small, incremental growth. It's about building a massive, decentralized network for transformation. And if 1,000 partners sounds like a lot, wait until you see the economic potential. The projection is that by year 10, those partners, just the partners, will be generating over $400 million in annual revenue. This is the end game, shifting from being just a direct service provider to becoming a platform that empowers a global community of entrepreneurs. This chart just maps out that incredible growth path. You can see the classic hockey stick curve. In year 1, partners are a small slice of the pie, maybe 5–10% of total revenue. But fast forward to year 5, and that jumps to 30–40%, with partner revenue hitting $100 million. This partner ecosystem is explicitly designed to become the main engine of growth for the entire company. So we've looked at the framework, we've seen the blueprint, and we've talked about the incredible plan for scale. Now it's time for the most important question. What does any of this mean for you? Let's bring it all back home to your business and your next move. Here is the single most important takeaway from all of this. The entire ecosystem we just walked through isn't just a menu of services. It's a map. It's literally a step-by-step guide designed to take any business from feeling totally overwhelmed by AI to feeling completely empowered by it. And that journey follows a proven 6-stage path. It starts with just understanding where you are right now, then moves through planning and implementation, and goes all the way up to becoming an innovative leader in your market. The whole idea is that no matter where your business is starting from, there's always a clear next step on the map. So we'll leave you with this final thought. Right now, as we speak, your competition is figuring out their AI strategy. They are building their own blueprint for the future. And really, the only question that matters now is, what's in yours?